Hi guys, Kev here at Face for Radio, Voice for Print. Looks like JD Vance got a pretty good welcome up there in Sugarbush, going skiing, because why not? He's the vice president, there's nothing to do. Right? But check this out, this is on Fox.
For Vice President J.D. Vance and his family following yesterday's fiasco there in the Oval Office with Ukrainian President Zelensky. There's some new video now we have showing the vice president being greeted by protesters holding anti-Vance, pro-Ukraine signs as he makes his way there to Vermont for a ski resort vacation. More protesters met the Vance family outside of the resort, and the family ultimately had to move to an undisclosed location.
That's the way you protest. You make them as uncomfortable for as long as you can. Town halls, you get in there and you ask the hardest possible question. Just be ready to say it clearly. Don't stumble. Don't wonder on your words. Straight out. Practice it. I know that's what I'm going to do when and if Lloyd Smucker, our representative here in Lancaster County, ever decides to open his email again or have his phone system checked or whatever it is that I can't get a message to him. Nobody answers the phone. Nobody replies to anything. We have no contact with our representative. The GOP told all of the Republican representatives and senators not to have in-person town halls. Do them by telemed, yeah. Do it by Skype or Zoom or however else you want to do that. They want to do it. And to vet the people coming in. So it's not really governing for all. It's just governing for people who agree. That is an autocracy, you guys. It's real simple. I don't know how many times I've said it's not rocket science, because it's not. They fired the AGs because they want to do something illegal. And they don't want any roadblocks. Well, hell, this one's not aging well, is it? Hang on. Check this out. This is 6 days ago.
Joining us now, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Welcome to Fox News Sunday.
Hey, Shannon.
Okay, so let's start here. Tomorrow marks 3 years, an anniversary of the start of this war. Russia apparently is planning to declare victory tomorrow. There are propagandists who say they're going to share messages that the West essentially abandoned Ukraine. I mean, how does the U.S. and will it counter that messaging if that's a victory lap Russia tries to take?
Well, Vladimir Putin can attempt to take all the victory laps he wants. The reality is the president is focused on one thing and one thing only, and that's stopping the killing and the destruction across Ukraine and ensuring an enduring peace. So both sides are going to make a lot of claims, and the president has very directly engaged both sides in real time. There's bilateral negotiations with Russia, which, by the way, no one else has been able to do. Joe Biden was never able to bring Russia to the table for actual peace talks.
Hey, Pete, there's a reason for that. You can't trust Russia to keep their word. Can't trust Putin at all. For anything, in any case.
Only Donald Trump. He's the only man in the world that would be able to do that. He's also engaging directly with Ukraine. There's going to be bumps in the road in these conversations when you're seeking a historic peace. And ultimately, our role is to do just that, and President Trump is doing that. So I don't need to get into the characterization of, we know who invaded who. We understand the stakes of this game.
Notice how we know who invaded who. But he didn't say who invaded who. It's just a little tiny thing. It's a way to manipulate.
America, more than any other country in the world, has invested in helping Ukraine defend itself. Now it's time for peace, and that's what the president is dedicated to.
Why has it seemed that there is some reticence?
Now you gotta understand, Trump doesn't give a shit about Ukraine. He cares about Russia and the money he can personally make in that dictatorship that Donald Trump would like to, emulate here in the United States. I talked about firing the AGs earlier. not the AGs, Kev, the IGs, the inspectors general. They are the lawyers that actually are the oversight for all of this money, everything. Now, why would you fire an IG? Why would you fire someone who was actually rooting out waste, fraud, and abuse? You wouldn't. It just doesn't make any sense. Whether they're Democrat or Republican, we're all trying to do the same thing. There's a ton of bloat in the U.S. government. Of course there is. You got trillions of dollars flying around willy-nilly. And there are some bad actors. The number one bad actor is Elon Musk. The U.S. government subsidized his wealth, bailed out Tesla when they were going under, and gives SpaceX a $200 billion, I think it's $200 billion contract. And he's the one who's going to tell us what we need? Man has $400 billion. He's down $50 billion because Tesla's taking a shit. But he's got $400 billion. It's twice as much, or just about twice as much as Bezos. It's a ridiculous amount of money for one person to control. I know Abraham Lincoln said, man could only go as far as his will and talent will take him. What actual talent, other than buying companies and putting his name on, do Musk and Trump have? It's garbage. All of it. Musk got into everything. He has access to every single shred of your privacy, your private information, God, your security. You have no idea. You take $1 out of 200 million people's paycheck, put it in your account, guess what? That kind of adds up quick, doesn't it? And that's what the U.S. government is with federal income tax. Musk is in the Treasury. Some dude named Big Balls? I mean, what are we doing? They're like, oh, it's all about transparency. Bullshit, it's about transparency. I've gone to every single page they have. There's nothing on it. And what is there is a lie. Oh, we found 800 billion. No, he found 80 million or 8 billion, or whatever that amount was. It was an exponentially larger amount than they actually found. That's another lie. Now they're going to cut Social Security, saying that there's 150-year-old people getting checked. It's all crap, you guys. They constantly do this.
To say who invaded whom or who's responsible for this. You know, there are questions about reports that a G7 statement, the U.S. opposed calling Russia the aggressor in that statement. And also, there are these warring resolutions allegedly at the UN. The U.S. wanted to essentially water down what Ukraine is trying to offer. This is what the Wall Street Journal reports. The Ukrainian draft pins the war's cause on Russia and calls for a peaceful solution this year built around a Russian withdrawal from Ukrainian territory. The U.S. resolution makes no reference to who started the war and makes no specific demands of the Kremlin. You know, your former colleague,
So Russia attacks. Russia gets everything it wants and does not have to pay for anything. And this is what Donald Trump wants for Ukraine. What the hell did you expect? Art of the deal, my ass. That man never made a deal that he liked. He just makes it to make money. It's transactional, all of it. There's no like, dislike. It's all about the cash. That's all it is. His presidency, his former presidency, all about the grift. Golden freaking high tops, bitcoins that aren't worth anything, fleecing your own voters. You got, I mean, Jesus H. Come on. What are you doing out there, MAGA? Are you watching this? It's all about profit. I don't give a shit about you. Don't give a shit about me. Doesn't give a shit about anybody in this country. He cares about himself. I'm talking about Donald Trump, and Elon Musk just cares about profit for him. There's a guy with 13 kids from 4 different women. The last one, I guess he made a contract with and gave her his sperm. Well, whatever. I don't know that he even barely knew her. Now, I'm sure he has agreed to pay for her $40,000 a month apartment. This is Kevin, face for radio, voice for print. I am sick of this shit. Please like and subscribe if you like it. If you don't, I'm not apologizing because I'm not wrong. You guys have a great day.